My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to West of Loathing. We're out here in this goblin encampment. Gustafsson Gulch. Ah, yes, of course. Rescuing. Let's go inside for a second. Wait. We are going here to liberate a year's worth of dynamite. The shack is filled with crude bookshelves. The bookshelves, in turn, are filled with crude books. 3 titles catch your attention. So Very Complicated Numbers, How to Bird Noise, and Alice Going into a Seeing Glass. So, Alice Through the Looking Glass. So Very Complicated Numbers kind of might be a reference to the books that we found on... Oh, God, what's our brother's name? Rufus or something? On his shelf? And How to Bird Noise? Let's go So Very Complicated Numbers. All you can tell about this book is it contains extremely high-level mathematics. You don't have the vocabulary to understand any of it, and probably still wouldn't if it was written in English. Your brother would probably love it. I get you. Alright. How to Bird Noise. This book is an extremely detailed treatise on the sounds that different birds make. You probably wouldn't expect to learn how to do an accurate great-crested grebe impression from a book, but that's how accurate it is. And Alice in the Seeing Glass. The popular children's novel has been translated into Goblin. Jabberwocky still reads pretty much the same. Oh, it brillig being and toves of sleething did in a wabe gearing and gimboling. I think we're done browsing those right now. It says library in Goblin. There's nothing in there, of course, because I've read that area. What's this? The Delicatessen. Lock pickin' plus needle. Yeah, let's pick that lock. We make short work of the lock. You enter what turns out to be a delicatessen, I'm aware, and help yourself to what turn out to be sandwiches. Probably. 3 goblin sandwiches. Crate says storage. There's no sound coming from inside. Okay. The shack is filled with thousands of tiny cabinets, each labeled a number in Goblin. Look in a random drawer. We get a Gulch goblin lollipop. There's nothing in the drawer, but you find an old lollipop stuck to the bottom of the drawer above it. The drawer has a sandwich in it. It must have been filed on the sandwich. It contains rolled up terrible pants. Okay, nothing. Good. Let's go randomer. Wait, what's it? No, false alarm. Okay, and then random. Woo! I got a goblin pistol. Eureka! That's definitely the last one. I mean it, there's nothing left in here. Alright, well... just in case. Alright, let's stop looking. Let's check out the goblin pistol. Deputy pistol is 4 to 5 on damage. So, not too difficult to replace. Goblin pistol is going to be very high up here. 1 to 15. Ooh! I like me a high roll, low roll kind of sitch. Gimme that. Increases your mysticality by 3, but reduces your muscle and moxie by 1 for the rest of the day. Goblin Gulch Lollipop. Not particularly interested in that. Alrighty then. We've got 2 needles left. Got to keep that in mind. Delicatessen. Next up is a... I'm trying to check if there's anything behind these houses as well. Red herring storage. Okay. I wonder if there's going to be anything in here, or if it's going to be like a distraction. Like the game is trying to provide me an obvious route to success, but it turns out just to have been some sort of a... if only there was a term for that. You hear a couple of goblins rustling around in there. It sounds like they're doing something really important. Let's interrupt them. We got to jump on them this time. A Gulch Wizard. We've got 27 to 69 total damage. All right. That worked out pretty well. Not a skeleton, so I can't insta-kill. That's a fish. You just hit me with a fish. That's a fish. Don't hit me with fish. That's bad. Not a good... Don't do that to me. Alright, this one's much more consistent. And we'll probably guarantee that we kill them before they do much more. There goes another fish. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll check for the shot. Because I could have just polished it off, even on a low roll there, with the AoE shot. Okay, you look around in the building, but it turns out just to be filled with rotting fish. Shucks. Turns out it was just some sort of a crate for red herrings. Mayor's house in Goblin, sure. contains a bed and a desk. Investigate the bed. It's made of cactus logs, a blanket made of woven together cactus needles. That can't be comfortable. Check out the desk. You notice the desk is strewn with folders and has a folder labeled Important Secrets on it. Read the important secrets. You learn a variety of secrets, though the only one that's actually pertinent to your circumstances is there's a spare key to the treasure cave in drawer 69105 in the storage hut. Alright, back to the storage hut. Check it out. Look in the drawer. Keep digging around. Look at random drawer. Okay, of course not. It's not going to work. Alright, check out anything else here. Investigate the desk. Look at the bed. Leave the shack. Right, investigate the bed, investigate the desk, read the important secrets. Nice, okay, cool. It says theater in Goblin. You press your ear to the door and hear someone delivering what sounds like lines from Hamlet, except in Goblin tongue. From the vantage point, you also notice a sign next to the door reading Backstage entrance, here it being, with an arrow pointing to the back of the building. Obviously, we're gonna head backstage, but I do like go in and break a leg. You sneak backstage and watch the play from behind a curtain. Not only is it a Goblin version of Hamlet, it's also been rewritten as a one-man show. To being... what's your voice? I don't want to stress my own voice too badly, so I'm gonna do something much closer to mine. To being, or not to being? Oh, that is a question. Could it be better thinking to suffering a crazy things than arrows? Oh, fighting so many bad things, for stopping them because fighting. To dying, to sleeping, hey, dreaming maybe, but, oh, problems. If dreaming crazy when living, what dreams have after dying? Wow, pretty weird, probably. It's relatively close, it tracks quite well, to be or not to be, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them to die to sleep, the chance to dream. Aye, but that's Rob. You watch for a while. The bits where the actor has to do a sword fight with themselves are pretty entertaining. We get 20 XP. I'm not gonna fight him. I liked reading that scene. Alright, cafe in Goblin. Check out the inside. It's locked. Make short work of the lock. We get Goblin Chicory. You enter what turns out to be a cafe and reconstruct a few cups of chicory from the leavings in dirty cups and sinks. You stop to wonder why a cafe wouldn't be open at this time of day. You see a schedule posted on the wall, and sure enough, it says someone named Gene is supposed to be working that shift. He always was a shiftless layabout, that Gene. Probably shouldn't have picked either of those. Guard barracks in Goblin. Head in, guns are blading. It does not do that one just yet. Okay. Beer barrel cactus, let's harvest that. Treasure cave, this door to be remaining locked at all times. Alright, fine, we'll head in, guns a-blazing. We got the jump on him this time, sounds like. Alright, if we try and shoot this target, it'll hit the cactus instead, unfortunately. Flapperjack is probably the least concerning to me right now, right? Then we're gonna do melee damage after this. Alright, fine. That's really rough that we weren't able to take on out. Mysticality deals 13 damage. 16 damage, don't go. Oh, God. You did it. You went for him. Yeah, we're angry. We got so angry that we passed out, unfortunately. That resets our day. And sets us back to town, no less. I didn't need to make myself angry. Why did I just make myself angry? That was a bad idea. Alright, you know what? I still have one ability to unlock, so we'll consume the needle here. It looks pretty complicated. You open the hatch and check out the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong, giving all the plinking and springing and clicking noises coming out of the gears and stuff. It looks pretty complicated. I see what's wrong. You recalibrate some springs and rearrange some gears. The machinery inside starts operating smoothly. The music improves immediately. I did it. Fixed your piano player for you. Wait a second, what? Maybe my info's too old. I found a note from some travelers that passed through here about 8 years ago. Oh! Hey, that's actually really cool. That's from the scruffy, scraggly, shaggy dog. Oh yeah, that was the previous bartender. He had a little trick he used to show people. It's what got him fired eventually. I know this joke. It's what got him fired eventually. The senator's wife wasn't amused. He ruffles around under the bar for a minute and then blows off a tiny piano, about 9 inches tall. Here, you can keep the piano, just so long as you don't ask me about the trick. The joke, of course, being a man walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Hey, do you want to see my 9-inch pianist?" Well, okay, it's actually, he shows him a very small man sitting at a very small piano, playing. And the ultimate joke is just like, oh, there's a genie that's hard of hearing. I didn't ask for a 9-inch pianist. Anyway. I like that. It's a good... Alright, let's look at it. It's a miniature piano. It'd be the right size for a foot-tall tickler of the ivories, but... just like 75% a foot tall. But a winding key on the side seems to indicate that it plays itself. Let's use it. You wind up the crank, so the piano starts tinkling merrily. So merry, so tinkly. I guess that just replaces the music for us. Hey, Lloyd. Fix the piano player. 20 experience. Need help with anything. Damn. Hey, it's Cactus Bill! Cactus Bill! I didn't expect to see you around these parts. What was his voice again? You know what? Everyone's getting a new voice every time I do them. Well, I admit I got a little envious when I saw you leave Boron Springs. Figured I'd rent your hat, hit your ride out west, see what I could. And just look at this place. So much hustle, so much bustle. There sure is a lot of both of those. Hey, nice pot. Thank you kindly. So what's new? Well, to be honest, what's new is a profound sense of longing and loneliness. I'm sorry to hear that, Bill. Well, it is what it is. I was hoping I'd run across a similarly lonely cactus lady somewhere out here. Or failing that, a normal human lady willing to marry a cactus. Or failing that, a cactus. No luck? Not yet. Of course, getting around's a bit of a challenge, but us cactuses live a long time. I'm sure I'll meet somebody someday. I'll keep an eye out. Heck, I sure would appreciate that. Alright. Still haven't got him in his leg broken pills, dang. Nothing new here that I wanted to buy. Again. Yep. They're still in jail. Sure locked them away. Alright, I think we are about time to mosey on out of here. There's so much missing here, definitely. But we were at Gustafsson Gulch. We got freaking dunked on in Gustafsson Gulch, unfortunately. The combat itself is very straightforward, but that didn't do it easily. Destroyed campsite, go there now, sure. That wasn't even nearby. The knapsack looks like it's taken a lot of abuse recently. Most of the contents are trash from being stepped on. You do find a dented can of potted meat, though. You also notice the knapsack has a knife sheath strapped to the side, but you don't see the knife anywhere. You got an item, potted meat. Excuse me. This campfire has been thoroughly stomped on and kicked. Someone was real serious about fire safety. This tent is a real mess. It looks as though it was trampled by a whole herd of cows. There's something odd about it, though. A more thorough inspection reveals dusty footprints, or boot prints rather, on the tattered canvas. Cows don't typically wear boots. Anything else? Yikes, you think maybe this used to be a person? We investigate. Diagnosis, Doc? Cause of death? Hit by a freight train. The only tracks I see are cow tracks, those. Could have been cows, I suppose. His leg missing, though. Cows ain't meat eaters. Well, neither are trains. There are cow tracks leading away from the mangled corpse. It probably wouldn't be hard to follow them. Let's follow the tracks. Since you have reason to believe these tracks may be a fake, you could follow them or head in the opposite direction. Follow the tracks. You follow the cow tracks for 100 yards or so, after which they stop suddenly. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest nearby. Let's try that again. And go the opposite way. You head in the opposite direction for about half a mile and discover another campsite, this one occupied. You observe the campers carefully from a distance before approaching. They're dressed weirdly in bright-colored baggy clothes and white face paint. As you get closer, you realize they're dressed up as rodeo clowns. Gross. Why would they do that? It doesn't even happen a rodeo or anything. There doesn't seem to be a rodeo happening anywhere around here. Approach the camp. Rodeo clown campsite. Beautiful. This rodeo clown is playing a harmonica. The tune he's playing basically goes doot doot doodle doodle doot doot doot. Okay, never mind. It's the circus theme. Say hello. He nods politely, but keeps playing. A simple three-man tent, which probably sleeps about 40 clowns. This rodeo clown is eating a comically large haunch of meat. He narrows his eyes at you as if to say, mine. This clown is idly juggling a knife. Howdy, stranger, he says with a smile. What are you guys doing out here? The clowns exchange glances. Camping? You can tell. Clown voice. You can tell by the campfire? What I mean is, there's no rodeo or circuses around here. Why are you guys in rodeo clown outfits? Oh, that. Our circus is up north. We're on a break. Just decided to see the sights. What sights? This is the middle of nowhere. Nonsense! Check out that cactus over there. And those mountains. With all this sand. Plenty of things to see. I guess so. What circus? I didn't hear anything about a circus in the area. Oh, you wouldn't have. It's just a little traveling show. You ain't missing anything. Well, never mind then, I guess. Try again. He's lying to me. Do you know anything about that wrecked camp nearby? Somebody's... The clown with the meat chuckles quietly. Somebody's camp got wrecked? Why, that's horrible. What happened? It looks like the work of clowns. Cows, rather. Sorry. You know, now that you mention it, we did hear quite a ruckus coming from not too far away. A lot of, mooing and so on. Right, boys? The other clowns nod in agreement. You guys know a lot about cows, right? Now, why would you assume that? Just because we're clowns? I figure it comes with the territory. It's been a good 20 years since the rodeo was an actual thing, you know. So you just dress that way? Dress? Oh, it's traditional, after all. Isn't it inconvenient? How do you mean? The makeup and baggy clothes and all. Well, it must be hard to talk to people when they're all creeped out. Oh, do you think we're creepy? He leers at you, showing yellow teeth. In the flickering light of the campfire, they look almost pointed. Relax, partner. That's just the old stories getting you worked up. You mean the old stories about how demon cows and demon clown wars against each other in hell? And rodeo clowns dressed like that because the rodeos were sort of reenactments of those battles? You've done your homework. So, what do you think? Are demon clowns real? I think I'm looking at some right now. Oh, dearie dear. Well now, you gonna say things like that, you know we can't let you leave alive here, right, stranger? Bring it, freak show. Knife clown, clown with a gun. And then 2 clown mooks up on the top side. Trying to shoot this target will hit a clown mook instead. Okay, so... The mooks just block. So I'll go for the knife clown, and then all of our melee attacks later will go on to the clown with the gun. Because I've got high moxie, so the gun should deal less damage than the knife. Okay, the AoE attack will actually finish that, thankfully. And it destroyed the barrel, that was really handy. Okay, the mook only does 5, it just depends how much the gun is going to do. Okay, 11. I might use a healing action here instead. Okay, I can do hot damage. Yeah, I'll do the hot damage. Snake Spleen. Won't end your turn and deals 10 hot damage and sets the target on fire. No. I think I go for this in the heal. Okay, heal the target by 25. Should take you back to full. As long as they singularly attack, we'll be fine. That's to say, consistently attack the same target. If they start splitting their damage, then, you know, I can't counter all of their damage with a single heal, which is going to make it rough. Thankfully, they don't do that. Beautiful. All right. Goodbye, demon clowns. Wish I could say I'll miss you. Way more damage on the pistol attack here. Even if it doesn't hit well, it does way more damage. Did I just shoot me? No, okay. The aggressive shot only goes for those 9 squares on the other side of the board. Good to know. Sure. Even a low roll there would have still worked. Just in case there's one desperation attack they use, I'll go for the heal here. Okay, that was supposed to be an attack. It's okay. Got him. Well, that's one pack of demonic rodeo clowns that won't be troubling people anymore. And boy, did you not expect to be thinking that sentence today. Look through their stuff. You poke through their campsite for a bit and don't find anything of value, apart from the leader's knife and a ticket to the circus. Well, the harmonica maybe, but that clown had his lips all over it. You also find a note in one of the lead clown's pockets. It seems to be orders to check out an abandoned tannery not far from Dirtwater. Probably a bad idea to let these guys wander around near town, so maybe you should investigate. Danny's Tannery. Alright. You pass an abandoned campsite, and an old crate catches your eye. On closer inspection, you find it's nailed shut. Maybe the campers used to sit on it and forgot to take it with them? Their loss is your gain, and you have a crowbar to pry it open with. We open it and get ranch punch, depressed rancher candy, a lasso, nerve pills, and patent emenic. You help yourself to the delicious nut meats inside, in a manner of speaking. Okay, was there something else I wanted to check here? Okay, it doesn't even give me the option to check the tracks anymore. Cool. Potemkin Gang is like a high-level thing. Because it was the third of the options that came up for us. I'm assuming it's a high-level thing at least. I kind of want to fight some more undead. Maybe there'll be some undead in the mission over here. Find a safe on the side of the trail. Ironic rather. You think to yourself that it's in such an unsafe location. You hop down from cow to find the safe is locked, in addition to being closed, which you can tell from horseback. Leave it be. It's a tuna cactus. We can't forage those, unfortunately. It's an empty relic case with a spot for a skull, with a spot for a pelvis, and with a spot for a finger bone. Oh, goodness. My goodness. What's wrong, sister? They came back. They came back and just took them. I couldn't stop them. Well, slow down. Just tell me what happened. Our holy relics. The saints just stormed up out of the catacombs and took them back. Wow. I didn't know what to do. I thought maybe they'd fire me if I tried to stop them. The cardinal will be here any minute. What am I going to do? To start with, take a deep breath and try to calm down, okay? What's your name? I'm Sister Mary. My name's Name. What's all this about saints? Our mission is to protect the 3 sacred relics. I'm the relic keeper. It's my job to look after them. Wait, do they call you Memento what? She shows you the ruler she keeps tucked in her sleeve. No, they do not. Memento Mary? I don't know this reference. Okay, sorry, what happened? The saints, oh, it's too horrible. They just came back to life somehow. They come up from the catacombs, all skeletal and ghastly looking. I mean, it's probably blasphemy to say that, but I nearly fainted. And they took back the relics? Yes, and if they aren't recovered before the cardinal gets here, I'll be in so much trouble. Uh-oh, how much time is there left? Actually, he's months overdue, so it's probably not that urgent, but still. All right, I'll get him back for you. Oh, thank you so much. Wait a second. Aren't you going to have to fight to get the relics back? Because they're probably blasphemous too. Probably? But if black magic brought them back to life, that's like super blasphemous, right? So it evens out? Oh dear. The cuddler is going to want to have a long talk about this, but go do what you must, I suppose. Holy place. Of course, there's going to be the holy undead here. You're not a priest. You shouldn't mess with any of this stuff. Pew, pew, pew at the pews. This coffin looks like it was hauled down here fairly recently. It's empty. Curious. A precariously balancing pyramid of twitching skulls. They're riled. Kick them over. Are you sure? There's a lot of them. They're like really mad. Maybe angering all of them at once ain't a great idea. Kick them, I said. Did I stutter? A spooky skull dies. I'm gonna kill another one. None of that shenanigans, friend. They do a lot of damage. I'm dead. And I was already angry, so I passed out. Fucking yikes. Man, I ought to not let them do that. Okay, let's don't become angry. Also, let's not. I should definitely pump myself up. Increases your moxie by 5, but increases... no. No. Okay, let's go for a saucy dog. So that's 1 for 1 for stomach. I don't really have potions. But I guess briefcase full of snakes, I can look inside, I can extract some medicine. And we'll see how those go for us. Items using combat restores 5 HP. Whatever. Increases your melee damage by 7 for the rest of the day. Disciples target for 2 rounds. Nerve pills. Increases your mysticality. These aren't the kind of nerve pills you take to make you less anxious. They're the kind you take to make you more anxious. I don't need that. Clown knife. Much better than red hot poker. Sure. Potted meat's also pretty good, apparently. Okay. I don't need to be faster. I just need to find potions. Show me potions. Okay, these all count as potions. Got it. Increases your armor by 5 for the rest of the day. That's pretty good. You uncork the laudanum and spill most of it on the ground before drinking the remainder. It's kind of... Well, the whole bottle would have definitely killed you. Okay, none of the rest of those are particularly interesting. Ranch punch, nope. Speed for the 1, no. Maximum 5, no, no. And we'll drink this one. Alright. Just trying to buff ourselves, because the world is rough out there. I've died like 3 times. That's 3 more times than I wanted to die. Frankly, I won't stand for it. Alright, anything else I wanted to do in town? I feel not. Excuse me. Map is M. Okay, got it. Danny's Tannery. There was something I wanted to lockpick here. Oh, I don't even have any locks left! You see, you espy an empty whiskey bottle sitting atop a fence post about 60 paces away. Try and shoot it. We got 10 XP. I just ate the dog that I was going to feed to this guy. Dang it. Fan hammer we can actually power up right now. It seems like a good idea, to be honest. Or we should go lockpicking and Deadeye. I think maybe we go lockpicking and Deadeye. Extra speed at that level. Extra stomach capacity and extra pain tolerance. We probably go like a grit. Yeah, these levels of grit are quite cheap at the moment, and they're giving us a hell of a lot to maximum HP. So we're no longer getting Fan Hammer. Okay, while those only cost 10, I'm going to do those. Get 1 Moxie. Get another Moxie. And I'm going to get a Hornswogglin. I feel like not getting those stats correct was a huge problem for me. Fuck it. Give the dog a bone. Oh, we have bones, of course. With a knick-knack paddywhack, you achieve your aim. The dog begins contentedly gnawing at the human femur. Good for him. The dog is happily gnawing on a bone. The hinges on this gate are really rusty. If you open it, the guys inside are definitely going to hear it. Oil the hinges. Use lasty oil on the rusty hinges. The gate swings open easily and silently. You creep up on the door. You can hear the gang inside. You notice the door jamb is busted, probably from being kicked in. There's a crude hasp made of bent nails on the door. Looks like the bandits have just been locking it with a padlock from outside when they leave, rather. Lock them in, using the lock. You quickly lock the door from the outside. You've definitely got the upper hand at this point. What's the next move? Arrest them. Oi, fellas, jig is up. A muffled voice says, "The law, get 'em, boys!" And then, "Darnation, we're locked in!" You hear a chorus of defeated sighs. Hand over your weapons. I'll tell you what, toss your weapons out and I won't arrest you. You hear a quiet but heated discussion inside. Eventually a voice says, "All right," and some pistols fall out of the window. 2 bandit pistols and a desert gang 6-gun. Just kidding, I'm still gonna arrest you. Oh, dang it. You round up the gang and hurl them back to Dirtwater. That's the house in the heads gang, right? All except for the house, that is. To get away? Was I? What? Hell nah, just messing with you. Here's your ward. 500 meat and 30 XP. Wanted Black Hat Bandits for horse theft and selling of counterfeit glue. Last seen headed north of the old millinery. No good can come of criminals with access to hat-making machinery. Would you like to go and investigate? Yes. You mark the location of millinery on your map and spend some time saying millinery over and over and over. Millinery. 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 It's a good word. Alright, Desert Gang. Oh, gives +1 to Moxie. It's a fancy 6-gun. You might go so far as to rate it as a 7-gun. I think I actually will use it. Because, what, the average of 1 to 15 is going to be, 7. This is 6 to 7, but it gives you +1 Moxie, which increases your damage on hits. So, seems like it'll probably be better for me. I'm going to buy something. I'm going to buy another big old saucy dog. And I'm going to eat the saucy dog as well. That's 2 saucy dogs that I've eaten. I've got a lot. I'm noxious as fuck today. With 33 experience, I could take probably 2 levels of glamour, increasing my item finding bonus and my liver capacity. Liver capacity is kind of important. I don't think there's anything I really want to drink right now, though, so I think I will just hold on to all of that. And at 33 minutes, and the episode, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been West of Loathing. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There is a playlist in the description down below with a lot of content of the game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Savvy?